Hello everyone. I do apologize for the late start today. We had some my mom is sick, so we had to go out and pick up a COVID test, little test kit thingy, and yeah, that was an adventure. Do. All right, so today the plan is to wrap up our little playthrough here. Can't bear. Yeah, so the plan for today is to wrap up our little call to arms, checking out business, yada yada stuff, things, potatoes. And the plan for that is we're gonna go find a Yag, we're gonna summon some blobs, and that's basically all there is to it. But yeah, so like yesterday, we finished getting our Vilebone set. We fully upgraded it and our Vilebone Maw Claws. What? Angry Drake. But yeah, we have no idea where Yag is. We don't even know where any other planes are. Oh wait, no, I think I have a marker. I think I know where some planes are. So we'll go take our ship and investigate that. I think I have a marker anyways. Just kind of hoping for another Drake trophy there so we can summon some more frost blobs, but of course it's our stamina food that ran out. Alright, are you gonna drop a trophy for us so we can summon more cross blobs? Of course not. Okay. Yeah, we never really finished up comfort or finished up the base here, but I don't know. Depending on how long it takes to find Yag, maybe we'll do that. Maybe. Alright, so we have some planes out here. I think our ship mats are over here. Yeah, there they are. Okay, so let's get everything else situated first. Okay, so we'll take the blob trophies. So, well, we're not going to summon an Oozer, but meh. Whatever. Summoning an Oozer is not important anyways, right? Drake trophies. Surely this is a good idea. I don't actually think this is a good idea, but we'll do it anyways. Growth trophy. Might... Oh, there it is. Do we have tar left over here? We do not. I don't think we do anyways. No. Okay, that's okay. Alright. Got those, we can throw those out. So we just need a little bit of tar. And I think that we can just make this over at the other base. Our base proper that doesn't actually have the stuff in it. Or doesn't have much stuff in it. I want to say it's probably like 3 tar. Hey, I was right. It's 3. Alright. Yeah, and we should make a mead cauldron. Mead kettle. 6 copper, 4 tin, 2 leather scraps. And I'm gonna start brewing some Ratatosk tonics. What do those need? We're short of 1 copper. Just never enough copper. Alright, surely there's copper vein just chilling right around here, right? Come on, just 1 copper vein. There we go. Any bears about? I would still like another bear trophy. We did get the bear rug, so it's not like super important, but nope, not seeing any bears. Alright, so for now, let's put these away here. I need to smelt up some copper. Toss out some of the extra stuff that we don't need. I was like, why am I grabbing wood again? So I can make a few more arrows. I'm not really planning on using them for anything. Okay, so I need 6 copper, 4 tin, 2 leather scraps. Believe we need 10 blueberries, Ratatosk tonic, 10 honey. Honey is in here somewhere. There we go. And the cured hamstrings are at the other base, I believe. Take that, get ourselves a workbench. What do you want, phone? Why are you yelling at me? Oh, goodness gracious. Give me a second, guys. I need to go handle something real quick. Give me like 2 minutes. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Like I said, my mom is a little bit sick, so she needed help with something. We're not even gonna have a cauldron over here, just the kettle. Secured squirrel hamstrings. Where are you? There you are. Oh right, we don't have a fermenter. uh. Okay, shipments, workbench, Ratatoss tonic. I guess that we're gonna be heading back to the back to the farm. Fermenter. 5 bronze, 10 resin. Well, I'm glad that we grabbed the extra copper, but it's not quite enough, is it? uh, it's never enough copper. I should have gone to the Haldor portal. That's okay. Now I have to recall about, 5 minutes ago. Where is that copper vein that we were just farming? Should be right around here. Yeah, there we go. Any yogis about? Here, yogi, yogi, yogi. We definitely don't need yogis at this point, but kind of, we're already here, so why not, right? Alright, we'll get a little tiny bit of extra copper, just in case. But, we should be good here. You know what? We're, not gonna use this for much of anything else, probably. I guess we are about to go sailing, but... whatever. We'll get, like, the butt end of the motor buff for sailing, maybe, depending on how long this takes. So we gotta build the fermenter, and I also... well... what was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought there. We have all the extra carry weight, right? So... 30 fine wood. I want to craft some more frost arrows as well, so... I think that's all the normal wood that we have over here. But I need some obsidian and frost glands. Oh, and feathers. I know we have feathers here somewhere. Somewhere. Surely. There's no way we don't have feathers here. I had so many feathers. Alright, there we go. And that should be good. Okay. Frost glands were in here. Obsidian was in here. That's all fine. Feathers were in here. And nothing else matters. How much bronze did we need? Just 5, right? So that should be just the right amounts. Today's got my, like, just the fact that I was gonna be late to stream today, like, really just kind of, like, flared up my anxiety, and now I feel like, not like jittery, but it's like, I feel like I just, like, have to go, like, super fast, and it's like, I need to just calm down, slow it down. Don't need to rush. Everything's fine. Right, and then we're supposed to go sailing from Motors Mountain. Yeah, I don't think that we're actually gonna catch any of this buff for this. Oh well, it is what it is. Don't have an extra portal really, but I could just steal the motor portal on the other side, I suppose. I don't think that we're going to be doing much else with it, realistically. Eh. You know what? Let's go, I guess we'll, instead of just sailing right away, we'll run around this island a little bit, make sure there's not any plates that we're missing. Although I guess, you know, running around in the middle of the night is not necessarily the business, right? But, yeah, whatever. I don't remember. I feel like I wanted to find Hilder for something, I think. I was gonna say, is this a normal frost cave or a howling cavern? Couldn't really tell. What did I want to find Hilder for? Oh, the fire pits. That's right, for decoration. Angry Pigu. Calm down, Pigu. Get out of here. Just, you know, going on a casual little stroll through the Black Forests. Make that a swamp. Don't really want to go through it. Don't really want to go on for a casual stroll through the swamp. What debuff S no bueno. Oh, hello troll. Feel like I'm getting trolled right now. Alright, well, we see lots of swamp and not much else. So my guess is that that swamp goes all the way to ocean. It's very rare that it doesn't. Land swamp is not normal. I don't know, I guess it's not really abnormal, it happens, but... no, get me out of this biome. Whew. Almost made it rain. Almost got the wet debuff. We don't want that. That's why we're avoiding the swamp. Hello, lag. Please go away. You are not wanted or welcome here. Be gone, lag. Kind of figured that there wasn't really gonna be too much going on here that we were gonna be interested in, but didn't necessarily hurt to like circle around, you know, give things a look-see. And there's more planes out here too, so I'm not sure what's going on over there as of yet. Haven't really been there. Yeah, we don't need those mats. What we need is a yag. A clue, a hint, a sign. Oh yeah, this island just like keeps going, doesn't it? Yeah, look at that. That's like a white old plains. Alright, well, we are in the right place. I don't see any signs of a thing that we're looking for, though. You know, the old stone monuments and whatnot. Guess we could take down a vial if we find one too. If is good. Ow. Hey, look, vial. We have some foolings coming after us though. Buddy, your awareness is pretty bad, isn't it? Alright, well. Oop. Still not completely used to these guys' movesets, but overall it's not too bad. I am still lagging a little bit though, which is a little concerning. Odin is creeping up on us again. Don't know what his obsession with watching us in the plains is. He literally just teleported too. Like, he teleported from, like, right over there to right over there. Alright, one more combo. Should do it. There we go. I think the only thing that we actually want is a Vile Trophy at this point. Alright, so let's wander over here. Just to... Or, you know what? No. We have to come back because portals anyways, so let's head out in this direction, and then we'll... Well, I'm gonna be kicking myself if we find a Yagroon over there. It's like, it was there the whole time. Well, at the very least, this should improve visibility, so seeing stone monuments should be a little bit easier. Provided that there are actually any out there anyways. So far, loads of nothing. Loads of nothing. Loads of money. I don't remember exactly what that's from. I think it's from like a Kill la Kill parody. Parody? Dub over? Dub over. Something like that. One of the characters, like his whole thing is like, oh, I do things with the power of money. So they just give him like a super over-the-top silly accent, and like he's just like, loads of money. I don't know. I always just found it really amusing. Something about it. Something about it. I like the way that it sounds. Tickles the fancy, releases the dopamine, something like that. This plains sucks. And I kind of understand why, being on the side of this giant mountain. Alright, well, I'm gonna go check that, even though I haven't seen a rune on one of those in forever. Let's grab a few rocks. How much wood do we have? Yeah, we have like an extra couple campfires worth of rocks. You're lucky, fish. You're lucky I'm not in the market for fish. Alright, got a Mosquito. Some locks. Pox on your locks. Hello. Goodbye. Some more planes over there. Gross planes. I guess I'll mark them, even though I don't really want to go there. Be gone, you. I was kind of figuring probably should have brought a portal with me in case we needed to go home for whatever reason. Stop it. Darn pests. Stuck on a tree. Loads of nothing. Surely I just wanted to increase my swimming skill. That's what this was all about the whole time. I knew it. I knew that when we found Yag right away in the last playthrough, that we were gonna have a hell of a time finding Yag in the next one. That's what always happens. It alternates. You get super lucky and find Yag like right away when you're not looking for him in one playthrough, and then the next playthrough, when you're actually actively looking for him, just never find him. You gotta spend like hours scouring through the plains. We can't even see like rock formations that would have a rune. Because again, I don't remember if these ones here can have the rune or not. Like, I feel like I've seen the rune on them before, but at the same time, like, I can't actively remember. So I'm like hesitant to say like, oh yeah, you can totally find runes on this, you know, like. Feels like there's just never enough, like, it feels so hard to actually find Yak runes sometimes. And it really does feel like sometimes you're better off just, like, skirting around plains in a ship and, like, hoping to find the arena. Okay, I don't see anything over here, so let's go back around. Oh, is this swamp, like, all part of the same swamp? I picked up some entrails by accident. I don't even think we've seen a singular stone formation that can have a Yagurun on it. Like, the stone buildings are like one thing, but we haven't seen, like, I say stone, rock formations. We haven't even seen a singular one. And I think that's true for this whole playthrough. I might be wrong, but I don't remember seeing any in the other plains where we were gonna build our farm, or where we would have built our farm if I was planning on having a farm. But these plains have also been like right next to mountains, and they've been really what's the word that I'm looking for? Not like hilly, but slanted. The slant has been real. Lots and lots of tar pits, though. And plenty of, you know, fooling areas. I really do wish that we could find Yagruns in the camps. That would probably help a lot. It must be like a really tiny patch of meadows. Alright, on one hand, I'm gonna be happy if we find the Yagrun here. And on the other hand, I'm gonna call this game stupid. Hey Sue, how's it going? Now I don't think that the stone formations can spawn kind of on the edges. I've never seen one spawn on an edge, especially not on like a sloped surface, but alright, well, we ran the gauntlet. We didn't find squat. So I guess it's over to the other plains. Which means first trekking back up the mountain. Alright, you guys duke it out. I got better things to do with my time. Whoop. Up we go. You know what? I was kind of in a rush today, so I was like, I'm not gonna add tags to this live stream. But now I'm realizing that it's like later on down the line, I probably am gonna want the tags on there eventually, anyways. I'll do that during my break. I need to finish eating, anyways, so. Alright, motor alter. So our portal should be right here. Whee! Big stretchy. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? We need to put rocks away, entrails, and needles. I'm just gonna dump them all in here because I can. And nobody can tell me no. Actually, I guess I have 30s. We have about 30 seconds to sit here resting anyways, so let me go put tags on this stream real quick. If I can remember where I keep them. Tags. Copy. Stream. YouTube Studio. I guess that was a little bit longer than 30 seconds, huh? Don't worry, guys. This doesn't take very long. Almost done. Tags, paste, game title, Valheim, and we're done. I still probably should have done that during break, but yeah, whatever. Some finale, right? We're closing out this playthrough, and honestly, a lot of it is just searching for Yagluth. But okay, we're rested, so let's get back out there. Oh, wait. Oh, you know what? All of our mats for portals are over here anyways, so we're okay. We're okay. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, so 40 fine wood. Need 4 Surtling cores, and 20 Grey Dwarf eyes, which are hanging around somewhere. This is probably the messiest I've been in a playthrough in a really long time. Yeah, we'll just call this Yagluth. No, we'll call it Plains. Forget it. Plains. I just never really got around to actually, like, cleaning everything up, moving things over to the base. But this isn't really like a full playthrough anyways, right? We're mostly just checking out Call to Arms stuff, so it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I think that what we are gonna do is after today. So when we start, so next stream on Friday, I think I'm gonna start Pal World, and we'll see how that goes. I haven't gotten to check out any of the new Terraria stuff. That update was like a little while ago. There's a few other things that I think that I've missed. I think I've missed like the past like couple of updates. Though I don't know for sure. Don't really like super duper remember. I don't remember well. That's how I should phrase that. Onward to adventure. Alright, so we should just be going right across the drink here. Keep an eye out for serpents. Be really cool to upgrade to Serpent Stew. But yeah, so that should be fun. Hopefully it'll be fun. I mean, I have fun with Pal World, and for the most part, most of the game should be kind of the same as I remember it, so... I don't know I have thought about doing randomizer, because honestly the randomizer is super fun. But I haven't played the randomizer since they fixed it. Or changed it. Like they messed with like the level settings. So it like uses like things that you find should be properly leveled for the area that you find them in. And then because I haven't like checked out like the Terraria stuff or done the one of the island things in non-randomizer, thought it'd be cool to kind of check it out, like, you know, like a proper playthrough. Randomizer is really fun though. What? Alright, surely, if I just put my portal down here, none of the foolings that are in that village right there will come over and destroy my stuff, right? Alright, well, we're gonna start there, at that little stone structure, but realistically it's probably not gonna have what we want. I heard a giggle jerk giggling. Oh, there we go. Giggle jerk, come here. Get away from my portal. Alright, well, this plains is looking rather sizable and open. Oh, wait, hold on. I see a rock formation. I can't tell if it's glowing or not, though. Survey says... Nope. Scammed. Well, at least we found one though, so... It's a good start. Might be a... Well, I was gonna say it might be a good idea to, like, just go home and sleep. But at the same time, we could find vials. But visibility is gonna hurt a little bit, I suppose. Though theoretically, if there is a Yagharoon on one of the stones, then it should be a little bit easier to spot, right? Because we should be able to see the glow. Theoretically. But yeah, it might be a little bit harder to spot some of the stone structures at night. I'd probably definitely go back if it were like foggy, but I guess this is fine for right now. Darn mosquitoes. And we will have to go back to make more food soon though. Some skellies, some locks. Not too worried about them. Well, we found Hilder. And there's the fog. Alright. Alright, we're going back. I do need to be careful though, there was a tar pit over here. Swamp over here. And I can't see squat. Do you think it's because do you think I manifested the fog because I talked about it? It's like, oh yeah, fog, we're supposed to do that. Here you go. Yeah, I can't see anything. Okay, so that's tar pit. We're not going over there, so it's fine. Oh boy. Why are the locks angry? Oh, there's a tar pit here, that's why. Guys, I did not do anything to you. Please leave me alone. Fake news. We doubled back to it. Portal should be right around here. We might have lost the locks. Portal, where are you? Ah, there you are. I was gonna say, it's like, we should be able to see it kind of through the fog because it should be glowy, but Alright, so we get to refresh on our rested buff, and I guess that we should make a little bit more food too while we're here. Some mushrooms, wolf meats somewhere. Is it in this barrel? Yeah, there we go. We've just been living off of wolf skewers and onion soup. uh, something sustainable food sources. Mostly sustainable anyways. He had plenty of mushrooms, so that works, right? Oh, there's an enemy out there. Okay, is there anything else that we needed? I think I was just gonna move the portal over to Hilder, and then we'll probably grab a couple of fire pits for here, just because we have the option now. Shrug. Oh, you know what? Hilder might actually kind of help a little bit, because she'll tell us where some of the portals are, actually. Gosh, this Ratatosk is still fermenting. Wish I could tell how long we have on that. This one. But yeah, we'll go say hi to Hilder, buy a couple of fire pits for the heck of it. I guess that will mark the ship as well, even though it should be pretty easy to find by our trail there. Oh, thank goodness I had my claws out. The fog didn't go away. But yeah, we'll double back to Hilder, but I want to go out this way because I know there's more planes in this direction. So instead of like running to Hilder and then running back, it makes a lot more sense to kind of like loop around, I think. Check out this way and then double back to Hilder. We should probably be a little careful about, or we're going to need to be careful to not die because we don't have a portal down right now. And the last time that I played it risky like that, we had to teleport. Moral of that story is I'm not going to play around with 1-star foolings or foolings at all if I can help it. Come on, fog, clear. Need to be able to see. Well, I see a fooling camp in the distance. Woohoo. Okay, here we go. Fog is clearing. Hey, spaghetti. Okay. Okay, so I don't know exactly how close I would need to be for like a stone formation to show up, but I think I got close enough to see towards the end there if the one was going to show up. Not that I think that a stone formation would spawn that close to the water, but do 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 do. It's a good thing I didn't title this video Grand Finale, because there's nothing grand about this. We're just running. Running and looking. We're looking for rocks. Rocks, not locks. And certainly not pox. I was like looking like right there and I was like, what the heck is that? It's just wood. Wood that got broken. That almost looks like a vial from this far. Wait, is it a vial? Wait, hold up. That is a vial. And it's gone. It was definitely there though. That was a vial. That's weird. I guess we were close enough for it to have spawned and then it hadn't despawned quite yet. Very strange. Loads of nothing. Alright, well, let's go pay a visit to Hilder. While we climb this hill and see what we can see. Swamp, swamp, and more swamp. So that's swamp in kind of the more western directions. So I guess we'll be heading towards the south. Piggoose! That's Borestone. I kind of went the wrong way around the Borestone, didn't I? Hi, Hilder. Oh yeah, there's more. Oh, it looks like more plains out that direction, to the south. Unless that's just... So, well, it could be something else, I guess, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, it might just be meadows. Sometimes the meadows, like on kind of the hills, like it, you know, gets like orange like this, right? So it kind of looks like the same coloration as plains. Kind of throws me off a little bit. Okay, well, the plan is not to get too many fire pits, but we can sell some of our excess treasure. We'll pick up a few. Maybe like 6. Hello, Hilder. Headband. It feels a bit moist. Gross. I'm not sure if Hilder has any extra items. I mean, that headband I think might be new, but I'm not sure if she has anything else new for this update or not. And I guess we'll just put the fire pits in here for right now. We're not going to use them right this second. Yeah, and I wanted to swap my power. Motor is helpful, but because of the movement speed, but I think that we'll get a little bit more mileage out of the reduced run stamina. Not sure though, but I mean, I think in this case, because we're trekking so far, maybe 5 minutes of reduced run speed, or reduced run stamina, so sprinting longer might be a little bit better than moving faster. I'm also gonna go double check on the Rathatos tonics, and we might as well... I feel like at this point, like, it's probably pretty late in the day. Should probably just, I mean, we're gonna go get the Rathatos tonics anyways, so if we can, we should go sleep. I think that that's probably a good plan. There we go. Rathatos are done. Nom. Huh, can't sleep at this time. Okay, I guess it's early enough in the day. So then I guess I'm not really worried about it. I can tell that Sue is lurking. Sue just said hi, and I said hi back, and I said how are you, and there was no response. Dun dun dun. Anyways. Alright, here we go. Got some speedy juice and stamina reduction. Gonna run for miles really, really fast. Okay. A little smidgen of plains over here. Oh yeah, no, here we go. Some more plains. Okay. Not necessarily a lot of plains, and there's some locks. Oh wait, deer, no, go back into the meadows. It's not safe for you here. A little smidgen of black forests. You know, I could always just use console commands to find Yag. We'll do at least a little bit of hunting. It's not the most entertaining content though. And realistically, I don't want to spend like 4 hours hunting for Yag just to close out this playthrough. Realistically, we don't really need to kill Yag, honestly, but eh. Feels appropriate. That Pigu is not long for this world, with a Desquito trailing along behind us. Should probably be running with my claws out though. I'm surprised that other Desquito didn't aggro. Really thought that we were close enough that it would have. Okay, so this is planes that we've already checked, right? Alright, so in that case, I guess we're going back. What is that, rain? Yeah. The Pigus are angry. The boars are going to wars. War boars. I totally forgot to click on that too, by the way. Alright, so we have this plains over here that we saw, and then there's a sealed tower here, so that's more plains. So that seems like the best direction to go. And what I'm gonna do is put down another portal network, and we'll rename this portal Helder, and then we'll take another portal with us. Blip. Just keep hunting, just keep hunting, just keep hunting. We're a little low on the cores though, unless we have Moore's cores somewhere else. That being said, I mean we can go get some more from the swamp, but yeah, we just didn't have a lot of space here, so pretty sure what I did was like got like one stack. We might have some cores over at the other base too. Hilder. So planes. So we got through here. Rename you Hilder. Should stay connected. And we don't need our workbench over here, right? Plenty of trees that we can knock down if we need to replace it for some reason. Oh, that was weird. Oh, I see. I clicked on a music video on YouTube that's like an hour long, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, that'll like set me up for an hour, and it just kind of like stopped, and I was like, that's weird. Why did it just stop? It's supposed to be like an hour long, and then I realized that I hadn't started it from the beginning. It's one of the things I've listened to before, so it was like already part of the way through the video. Why aren't you a Yaggroon? No one cares about lore. That's not true. I enjoy lore. Alright, I guess, I mean, theoretically the easiest way would be to go around this way. But the wind is kind of telling us to go along the bottom side. So we'll do that, so that we don't have to fight the wind. Well, yeah, nah. So I kind of want to like loop around from this bottom side of the plains up towards the sealed tower anyways. So we're aiming for about there. And I guess we'll get our bow out. We have plenty of frost arrows in case we find a serpent. Our bow's is only at 19. It's so sad. The other good point about going the long way is we will have more time out on the ocean, potentially at night here, so serpents. And if we get some serpents, serpent stew. Which is that good. Kind of weird, like, coming back to vanilla and just, like, coming to the realization that there's just nothing out here on the water. Wait, is that plains? Might be a little bit of plains in there from the looks of it. Or some meadows? What am I looking at here? Oh, it's some black forests. Meadows over there, which I think is why I'm seeing that birch tree. Alright, here is the night. We see glowing in the water. Serpent. I can't see the land though, it's like super duper dark over there. So I'll look out towards the ocean, I guess. We need to go that direction though, like we need to turn. Just don't want to turn into land, you know? And we got a storm. It'll be hard to see a serpent, probably. Can't see a serpent. They could be out there. You know, it looks like there's some plains over here too. And then I see like all the tall trees. Yeah, like there's a rock here. Big old plains rock, but I do see lots of trees. Okay, it's not a very big plains from the looks of it. Oh no. Oh, we got stuck in a sandbar. I can't see how much plains is out in that direction, but take a quick peek, see if we can actually see anything, but I don't expect much. There's a fooling camp, some mosquitoes. Tar pits. Odin. Odin really likes hanging out in the plains, doesn't he? I think those are just trees. Yeah, and this just gets worse and worse and worse. Oh, hello, Vile. Hello, Odin. Ugh, claws weren't out. I don't know why that keeps happening. I think I come down here real quick. Pop Ratatosk. Should help with spinning the Vile. Ow. Oh gosh, that might kill me. Oh boy. Down here, Deathsquito. Oh, come on, I missed again? Yeesh. So rock is proving very beneficial though. The Ratatosk tonic was a really good call, I think, considering that we have the wet debuff, so that little bit of extra movement speed is helping us conserve a little stamina, I think. Taking a quick look for stone formations, but I don't see nothing. Oh. That was weird. I was like, no way did I just get scammed out of some loot. Alright, yeah, I'm calling it on this plains, and we'll just continue heading for the other one. I would have called this not a complete waste of time if we had gotten a Vile trophy, or if we had found the Agron, but neither of those happened, so this was a huge waste of time. Oh, there's a bear though. can't say no to that. Alright. Bear trophy. Oh, it's a 1-star bear. Yeah, get him, bear. Oh, there's 4 foolings. Okay, who wins? 4 foolings or 1 1-star bear? Yogi's doing some work here. Think he needs to thin their numbers a little bit though. Needs to focus fire. Oh wait, there's 5? Well, that's cheating. 5 foolings or 1 bear. Bear is putting in. Yogi's putting in work though. He's got a few of them low. Feel like he just needs to take them out. If he gets a couple of them down. Yep, there we go. 2 are dead. I think Yogi's gonna get it. Looks like Yogi won. Yeah. Way to go, Yogi. Foolings were no match for Yogi. Oh, here comes some more challengers, though. But, yeah, we know who the real champ is. We have conquered the bears. Bears are no match for our might, or Viking prowess. Okay, let's try to get this moved a little bit over this sandbar. Kinda got us stuck in the first place. There we go. Yeah, we still got a long way to go. It's too bad that you can't, like, sleep during the day in this game. Like, it'd be nice to be able to, like, fast forward through the days like you can fast forward through the nights. Since we have, like, night events, right? So it's like, oh, that would make vile farming easier, or it would make serpent hunting much better. It's a lot of mistlands, from the looks of it. Glad the wind is still favoring us, though. I think we kind of already, like, were able to see all this plains that's going on here. So I don't think there's anything that we're actually looking for here, but it's daytime, so it's not like I'm expecting serpents, so. Yeah, window. Window. I guess I spoke too soon. The wind was working with us and now it's fighting us again. A little bit. We needed to go in this general direction anyways, but okay, yeah, that's all mistlands. That kind of looks like it might connect. So there might have been a little bit up. No, this was like all shoreline, right? I don't even remember it like remotely looking like it touched. Oh, maybe it's that bit of the island and we weren't really... I wasn't paying that much attention to it. We can probably make it through this little river here, though. Yeah, like that's all mistlands. Well, this is gonna be slow. Now I mildly regret swapping powers. Ugh. Yeah, like I remember jumping off here, but I guess that I thought that this is just the edge of the island and not that it ends up connecting somewhere to more stuff. Looks like we saw most of it though. I doubt that that little section right over there has anything on it. Okay, hopefully the locks won't be too interested in us. Kind of coming up behind them, sort of. We're in the water, but their aggro ranges can be a little... They're normally short, so hopefully this won't be an issue. You guys just stay over there, keep doing your locks thing. Not gonna bother you. No locks. Stop it. You're a little too curious for your own good. Am I transgender? That is an interesting question, especially just randomly leading off with that. It's probably a little complicated, and I don't really want to go into it, so I don't really have a good answer for you. Put it that way. It's like kind of a yes, kind of a no, but oh dear, Vesquios. Slow sailing. Because we're here and I'm not doing anything else, my brain just like wants to go on a rant. Just a whole tangent of nothing to do in the ocean, blah blah blah. Hunting for Yagruins, gross, blah blah blah. But I'll spare you guys because I feel like I always rant about this. It always comes down to some point, just like, yep, here we are, hunting for a rune, just running through the biomes. But that's okay, we're here. Don't have a ton of room to really look for stuff though, from the looks of it. How did that Deskito not hit us? Okay, yeah, there's not a lot of planes here, so that's kind of a bust. Oh, those are locks. Feels like the title of a book could be The Curious Locks. I don't know exactly what type of book it would be, but The Curious Locks. This sounds like a book title. Give our ship just a little bit of a nudge. And the wind does the rest of the work for us. Very nice. Alright, we carry on upwards, northwards. And I guess taking a bunch of damage on our ship is not the best plan. Suppose that this was a little bit more shallow than I thought it was going to be. Thought we were just going to be able to like kind of blow through here real quick, but yeesh. We weren't taking like a lot of damage, but taking so many instances of damage doesn't feel good. Oh, the sandbars. They're brutal. Okay, I think we're through the worst of it. So let's get a little repair in again. And hopefully we can get through the rest of this without taking too much damage. Okay, wasn't too bad. Could have been worse. Alright. Big landmass coming up. This looks like, well, I mean, it's swamp. Alright. Sea serpent? Maybe? Something for our troubles? I see nothing. I wonder if this is enough of a, air quotes, storm for a sea serpent to actually appear, or if it like has to be like a full-on like thunderstorm. I don't know, everything's all wonky with sea serpent spawns now. Ever since they changed it so long ago. They're so like rare to see now, feels like. A little too rare. Considering that there's nothing else in the ocean. uh Alright, what do we got going on here? This looks like this black forest turns to plains. Nice. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Hopefully. Seal tower is off that way, so... yeah, different land masses. Oh, bear. It's gonna pull up like over there, but... there's a bear. Rude. Hello, leg. I would appreciate it if you stopped. Probably just loading so many like entities and a bunch of other stuff. Oh yeah, this lag is really bad. Okay, there we go. Now it stopped. Here, Yogi. Give me your trophy. I want your head. Yes! We got a Yogi trophy! Alright, we have a portal with us. It's probably getting pretty late in the day. Oh gosh, Desquitos galore. Why did I get staggered there? Did I get like double tapped by both Desquitos? I might have. Oh boy, okay, let's chill for a second. That's a lot of Desquitos poking us. Alright, come on, plus 20% health regen. Do me a favor and regen my health, you know? Oh, come on. We get here and then just fog. You know, for a blessed seed, you're not acting very blessed right now, I'm just saying. You're acting a little cursed. Okay, we should have enough HP to tank a Desquito hit. Alright, okay. There is a potential Yagroon stone formation. That's what we've been looking for. Not looking good though. Oh, yeah, no. This one is super borked. What the heck? Yeah, there's nothing in the middle. Some of it's floating. Alright, well. I guess this is as good a sign as any that we should probably head home, get our rested buff back. And we'll go ahead and put our Yogi head up on the wall. I don't know if we have the bronze nails to make one though. I think we do. I think we have some excess bronze nails. Oh, we definitely should. Cause we had the 80 for the carve, you know. What did I ever do with those? Did I start using those for things, or did I just start turning more bronze into bronze nails? Oh dear, and here we have the super long load screen. Did did we randomly find the island with the queen on it? Is this how we know that one of the islands that we're nearby is like has the queen on it? These long ass load screens. Let's see here. Furniture, item stand. We need 1 bronze nail and 4 fine wood. 4 fine wood. Pretty sure that the bronze nails are at the base proper. Oh, there's some iron nails that we kind of left behind. Da -da 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 -da. There's 8 here. So we either used a ton of them or I misplaced them. Not sure. Yeah, there we go. Look at that intimidating Yogi Bear head. Guten Morgen. Brain. Brain is not braining. Brain is like, what are we doing? We're hoping that the fog went away. That's what we're hoping. Or that's what we're doing. Clear skies. Clear skies. Clear skies. Clear enough. Works for me. Wrong button. Oh, hey. Hello, berserkers. Oh, it fixed itself. Do I actually want that stuff? I'm not so sure. Gonna take it anyways. Give me that. Could have seen that being kind of cool if the silver necklace had a trinket attached to it, but doesn't seem like it does, so. Oh well. Moving on. Moving on. Yeah, there really wasn't much to this plains at all, was there? Bugger off. A little unfortunate that the rest of this stone formation didn't spawn in like a central piece with the Yagran. Would have been convenient. And we are a fan of convenience. We're not really a fan of Desquitos though. Get out of here, you. I'm just thinking about the museum run that we have planned, right? And it's like, man, we're gonna have to hunt so many Yogi Bears. And vials and everything else. Oh boy. Yeah, the museum run is gonna be long at the very least. There will also likely be some pain involved. A little bit of agony. Dear Agony. It's a good song. I should listen to some Breaking Benjamin tonight. That'll probably be my plan for the evening. Play some League of Legends, some all random, all mid. Oh, there's a stone formation that can have a Yagran. I don't see anything attached to it at the moment, but it's there. And we're gonna be greeted by some Desquitos. Oh, 2-for-1 sale. Yeah, it's not looking particularly great from here, but maybe it just hasn't spawned in yet. Nope. Think that it just does not have a rune on it. Yep. Alright. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll double check it on the way back. See if maybe it's just being lame and late spawning or something. Then, okay, that's the island that we just came from. Kind of feel like a sneeze is coming on here. Tingly nose. Oh, no runes here. I think that we already got a Berserker trophy on this playthrough. I think like the very first Fooling camp we ended up getting a Shaman totem, or a Shaman trophy and a Berserker trophy. And I think that one of them has a trophy attached, or a trinket attached to it? I forget. Ah. Darn skeeters. Darn scooters. Dorn scutters. Okay, what's with all the lore stones? We've been seeing a whole lot of plains lore stones, but those aren't what we need. Less lore stones, more formations, pulls. Well, this keeps going on. Okay, so this is very likely attached to the sealed tower here. Yeah, definitely attached to the sealed tower. Yep, there's the sealed tower. Heck, if... I wish the sealed like, just anything. Wish that anything else in the plains had an additional chance to find Yagrians. They're so rare. They shouldn't be rare for a boss that's basically the middle boss of the game. I think that motor is like technically the middle because 4 out of 7, right? But we're gonna have 8 in total, so middle would be like 4.5, so it would be motor slash Yag. Tar pits galore is what I was trying to say. But naturally, a brain does not want the brain. Brain can only mush. No, don't go foggy on me. Okay, there's a stone formation. Kinda weird. I think it's technically in the meadows biome, but... yeah, that's... I think it's there! It's there! It's there! The search is over! We're done! Celebratory berserker butt kicking. Get wrecked, nerd. Oh gosh, that Yag is so far. Alright, well. 3 totems? I didn't even know you could find totems in these chests. What the heck? Okay. Well, that's good to know. If we're ever looking for totems again, then, I guess we want to start checking chests. Yeah, there's no mods running, so this is vanilla. I genuinely had no idea you could find totems in those chests. I don't know if it's specific to the stone formations, or if that's just like any chests in I gotta start checking chests more often, I guess. Like, that makes me wonder, like, the little stone structures that have foolings on them, that normally come with, like, 2 foolings. The ones that I've been, like, saying, like, oh, I'm not sure if you can find, runes on them or not. Like, I wonder if those chests can have totems in them, or if, Oh, I wonder, ooh, I do, I should probably check the wiki. I'm about to take my break, so I might do that. Check the wiki while I take my break and eat some food. And we got a little bit of a ways to go. And I think that it's gonna be night soon here, so... Wow! Oh my gosh. We just deleted that troll. these structures right here. I wonder if these can have totems in them or not. They can have wooden actors in them, apparently. Here, you can have some needles. I'm taking the wooden act gear out of, I guess not even really spite, but I'm just taking it for the funsies. Alright, so I'm gonna unload stuff. We are going to get our rested buff back, and then the plan will be to sail up to Yag, and yeah, we'll fight Yag and summon some blobs. Also, we'll take our little at gear here and poke Twig with it a little bit. Take that. Yeah. And I spin. What? What? 1, 2, 3. All right, let's try to do a combo. I don't think I got it. Or I forget. Do Acures have a extended combo or not? They do. There you go. That's the extended combo. I don't remember if it's useful for anything, but it exists. I'm not sure exactly where our totems are, though. They might be here, they might not be here. Like, they might be at the other base. Oh, I have Desquito trophies in 2 different locations. I have a lot of Desquito trophies. Oh, here's the totems. Okay. So we have 9 now. We don't need 9, but we have 9. Do. You know what? Should have brought materials for brewing up more Ratatos tonics. Oh well. Alright though guys, I'm gonna take my break real quick. Give me about 10-ish minutes, we'll see. And then I'll be back and we will go sail up to Yag, fight him, and figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the stream. But Alrighty. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Do-do-do-do. Alright, let's prepare to get bread. To get this bread. Don't take that out of context. Alright. Radatasks, check. Frost arrows, check. Bow, check. Not that we're planning to do too much else with the bow. I think it's probably fine as is. Oh, this should be fine as is. Yeah, I don't care about you, Drake. I suppose it's not as late into the day as I was hoping it would be, but yeah, things look good. Alright. Yeah, no, we should be taking this with us. Onward to glory. Still kind of gotta go in this direction, so I think this is probably the best way to go. I also totally did not look up the totem while I was on break. I got a little distracted. Okay, so the wiki says 2.8% drop from chest in Stonehenges. So I guess it is specifically the Stonehenges. And also 2.8% is such a low drop chance. I guess I should have swapped to the motor power, huh? Oh well. Slow burn. On a slow journey as per usual. That is a tree over there. I can barely make out a tree through the fog, like right over here. It's so hard to see though. I guess that also means that no, this is water. Yeah, those are swamp trees. So that must be like another island, probably. Hopefully it's another island and this goes through. We didn't track all the way over here, but there's water right there. Guess we'll see. Could be like a weird shape in the water, or the land might kind of U-turn, you know? Alright, wind's kind of working with us a little bit. Now, if only the fog would clear, like that, and we could see how screwed we are. Uh, yeah. So like I was saying, big ol' U-turn. Eh. Forget the vial. I'm over it. For now. Been hunting for this Yag for far, far too long at this point. So let's go take care of the big Skellyman. And the zombie bears, if we find any along the way, we'll take care of them, but for now, we're only interested in sea snakes and super skellies. Okay, okay. There we go. There's wind kind of working with us a little bit. Pretty good visibility for the most part. Still no sea snakes though. We haven't seen a single sea serpent. Not that we've like spent too much time sailing so far, but like I don't know. They're so rare. Should go through. Still a little foggy on like the horizon and stuff, so it's a little hard to see and navigate like the course. But it's looking pretty good for right now. Guess this is technically meadows, so. I remember the days where you couldn't go 5 feet without seeing a sea serpent. Now it's like you can go 5 leagues and never see one. Almost feels like you could go almost feels like you could go 5 playthroughs without seeing one. Not usually how it works, but and technically we need to go like that way. Not actually sure where that island ends. I'm getting a little distracted by sea snakes. Or trying to find one, I guess. Where are the sea snakes? Those are fish. Hello, fish. Yeah, it's still really hard to actually see kind of what's going on ahead of us. Visibility is not particularly clear further away from the ship. I can't actually tell if it's like land or just clouds. So far, it's mostly been looking like clouds, though. Snake! We found one! Finally! We'll have some serpent stew for Yag. Huzzah! Alright, now you're acting a little bit more like a blessed seed. I think the seed didn't like the fact that I called it out for acting kinda cursed. Oh yeah, victory. 11 serpent meats. Probably don't even need another sea serpent at that point, but I'm still gonna hunt another one if we find it. Out of, I don't know, out of principle? Something along those lines. I guess now we don't have to like look around so much though, but it's not like there's really anything else to do. There's simply ocean. And that is it. Bit of a stretch. About to be daytime. Hopefully visibility will clear up a little bit now as it becomes daytime. Still have a long way to go though. Yeah, I genuinely don't think there's anything else that's of interest for us that we could even be looking for on our way there. And I'm too lazy to pull up sea shanties. Alright, so let's talk about the future then. The PAL World playthrough. Don't know whether I should go for like, I guess like one of the OP teams, where it's like you have like one pal that's like your ride pal or like your combat pal, and then like 4 support pals for that, or if I should just like build like a mixed team, because like it feels like you can kind of play either way. Although doing all like the condensing and stuff and like the min-maxing for like end game stuff, I don't know if I would necessarily want to do that if I don't have to. Because it gets really grindy in kind of like a boring way, and like it just takes a really long time. But I don't know. I feel like it just kind of gets a, like when you start doing that, it gets a little repetitive in like kind of not a fun way. I wonder if there's any cool new build pieces too. I feel like I kind of always ended up still building very block-shaped bases. And square bases. Square bases all day. Much like this game, because it's just snapping like that is simple, and most of the shapes are, you know, like square or line based, not really circular for the most part. A lot of these grid based games like don't really do well with like curves, which is a little unfortunate. I don't know. I also wonder how I should do like my base, because it's like there's a couple of different places that I've scoped out before that are like good build locations that aren't just like in like the starting area. Normally you don't really want to build like right at the beginning of the starter zone. Not the most like defensible position. Also raids are obnoxious. I like my pals at the base to be doing their thing, not base defending. I'm not really, I mean, anybody who's familiar with this channel, I'm not like the biggest fan of raids, just in general. Raiding and base defense is like, eh. More of a hassle than anything else. Rather than something that I like planning for and looking forward to. Shoots. This island that we're coming up on is kind of a weird shape from the looks of it. Okay, maybe it's not so bad. Might just need to go this way a little bit, and then we can go around. Wind, you're going... I guess it's not exactly where we're going, but we're gonna need like a good angle, I think, to actually benefit from this wind, as opposed to it hindering us. I'm not sure how far or how close that mountain is. Kind of see it like behind these trees, but can't properly see like how big this island is, or like what the shape is like. So I don't know if that's like a completely different island, like way in the back, or if it's attached to this biz right here. Kind of looks like it's attached though. Soup. Alright, let's try heading out this direction a little bit. It's kind of the way we're supposed to go. And we'll see kind of how we have to go around this island. We're definitely going to be losing wind here. You know, at this point, I think it's probably best that we take a pit stop here and go grab motor power, use it for the rest of the way. Kind of works out too, because our rested buff just wore off. Yeah, if those Grey Dwarves aren't going to bother our stuff, then, yeah, we'll leave them alone, I guess. This way. Motor power, activate. Take a little rest on our yogi head, on our yogi rug. It's so funny that you can sit on the bear rug. Ooh, do we have chains here? Because we do need to cook the serpent meat. I hadn't thought about that. Let's go ahead and grab the ingredients for serpent stew. Oh wait, never mind. Our cauldron is over here. I didn't pick it up. Kind of forgot about that. We need a forge to break it. I think it's 3 chains and then what? 3 chains, 3 iron, right? For the iron cooking station? Yeah. We have the iron over there, but bring over a few more anyways. Eh. Ah, come on. Uh, does not like this configuration at all. Alright, well, we don't have wood on us. We have the other hearth downstairs. There we go. This was supposed to be the kitchen anyways, so. And I never did get around to making the oven because we kind of didn't need it. Not right now, guy. I think I'll probably just cook like 10 serpent meats, not all 11, because I don't really want to sit here for three whole cycles. They're kind of long cycles. I'm gonna need that cooked meat, aren't I? You're coming with me. Do. Come on, meat. Any day now. I went too far. Alright, now we need some honey and some mushrooms. We have a lot of mushrooms in our diet, don't we? And honey. Oh, what the heck? What happened here? Something killed our butcher table. I guess since we're here, we should probably also get a few more wolf skewers. I mean, this is kind of like the end, right? The end of our journey. Yep, and we'll fully refresh our rested buff and whatnot after we're done here. Ugh. On we go. Just gotta go around this island. This, depending on the size of this island, this distance shouldn't take 5 minutes, but it might. So we won't really have a power for Yag. Ooh, we're not gonna have fire resistance meat either. Whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, we're gonna Ratatosk and spin him anyways, so as long as nothing drastically goes wrong, we probably won't even take a hit. But we've taken hits in the past, so there's that. Never quite know what's gonna happen or what enemies are gonna show up. Oh hey look, another Elder. Yeah, so if there had been Black Forest kind of like up here, I wonder if it would have... this one's still a little bit far out. So I don't know if we actually would have ever triggered that one instead of the one that we've had down here. We would have had to sail regardless, I guess. Would have been a very different journey though, right? If we'd been led up here, right? And so we would have headed up to the northern side of the map instead of the... I guess kind of the east and west. We didn't really go south very much, did we? That looks like swamp over there. So it would have taken us less time to find a swamp, probably. I think that's like one of the fun things for me for playing Valheim, and like kind of the way that bosses work is like your playthroughs don't ever really feel exactly the same, even though they can be kind of samey in the sense of what you're doing, but like I don't know, the way that terrain generates and is different, like I don't know, just ends up having a different feel to it. Sometimes you get really lucky and you find all of the things that you're looking for really fast, and other times you have to go hunting for it. Like last playthrough, we found Yag by accident while we were looking for something else, so we didn't have to spend 2 hours running around plains looking for a Yagrian. And this time we did. Sometimes you find the traders, and sometimes you don't. Unless you actively look them up. Because that's a thing you can do. But, you know. I think I've only looked up Haldor for one playthrough on that we've done on this channel. Definitely done it more in my casual or my like personal playthroughs before I started streaming. And we went the wrong way around this island, that's for sure. I don't think we had much of a choice though. Partially because of not being able to see, I think, for like this long stretch, and then I think that there looked like there was more island here, so we needed to go this way, but this island is very big. And it ate most of our motor buff. Well, I guess it ate all of our motor buff, but, you know. What in the broken? Okay, there we go. It fixed itself. That was weird. Still a little peculiar. Probably my computer just using up way too much processing power for internet things. Oh, don't mind me, it's getting distracted. Wait, is Yag on this island? Yag is probably on this island. You know what? I'm gonna try to run the rest of the way. I'll just take the ship with me, even. I was gonna say, how am I not hitting the ship? Wow, that actually worked out perfectly. I didn't even get the wet debuff. We got all of the stuff. Hey, look, locks. That's a lot of foolings. Guys, simmer down. I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to fight your boss. Okay, it's not Mistlands, it's just foggy. I guess we technically don't need our minimap zoomed out anymore either. Although, I guess this will help me see the Yag symbol sooner, potentially. Oh no, I see swamp. And we're probably gonna have to go home and rest anyways, so it's not that big of a deal if we get wet. It's not the end of the world. We'll live. But it doesn't look like looks like we might not have to. Yeah, I think that this all connects together. Because the plane spreads out over here. Hi, Odin. Huh. That's weird. So the way that this swamp and plains clashed together, it made one of these little swamp structures, like the stone tower with the house on top. I thought that it would only spawn like this in like modded. I thought that was a modded thing, but I guess that's a vanilla thing. Wait. And somehow I kind of got like off track here. Going around something. Maybe it's because I got distracted by that house. I didn't even need to run towards the house. Like, I'm not gonna find anything in it. Hello, foolings. Here, you guys have fun with the skelly, alright? Leave me alone. I'm busy. Yep, I guess that getting wet in the swamp wouldn't have really mattered. Ended up having to go across a river anyways. Alright, well... there's a tar pit nearby. We'll have to take care of that. Shouldn't be too bad though. Hello, Odin. Got a couple of death skeeters around. The locks might not be that big of a deal. And honestly, if I get close enough where the growths spawn... Oh, there's a fooling village right here. Of course. Alright, well... Guess we're not going home and sleeping. A vial right here. Might as well take that out. Except foolings. Ugh. I got stuck on the fooling. I kind of hate that. It's like where like something's right ahead of you, and then when you try to like walk to the side, you just get stuck on it, and like you just push it instead of actually moving out of the way. Happens more often than I'd like. And they're both throwy boys. Alright, come here, Mr. Bile. After I deal with this fooling, I guess. Come on. Ugh. Tried to roll. Oh, my stamina. At least for the most part, kind of does seem like these guys do tend to go a little wide on their attacks. If you just kind of keep trying to run around them in circles. Alright, so the play here for our portal think is going to be just nestling it under this rock. Well, in the rock, but, you know. In and under. I guess we got a little... Yeah, I meant to go in those rocks over there. Got a little closer to the Fooling Village than I intended, but... Yeah, we needed to kill them anyways. Oh, well that's not great. Yeah, that doesn't really help our case at all. Alright. We're abandoning that rock project. Probably making this far more complicated than it needs to be honest, but whatever. But we got that dank secret tunnel going on. So, you know, that's fun. I feel like I'm about to get stabbed in the butt by a death mosquito at like any point in time though, which I'm a little concerned about. Oh, why are rocks so tough? Should have made a black metal pickaxe. That's what I should have done. Alright, we'll spend the rest of the day clearing out the foolings and dealing with the whatever is going to happen between the growths and the duders. I can't think of what they're called. The locks. Yeah, the growths and the locks. Sorry, y'all. Today, brain is not braining. I think that we moved all the rib cages over to the other base. Yeah, that seems about right. I guess repair that stuff there. I guess I could have brought the rib cage over here because I'm going over here to get rested buff, but whatever. Yeah, it's gonna take way too long. When I thought about it earlier, I should have just made the barley wine or the fire resistance. Barley wine fire resistance. Yeah. Well, whatever. Too late now. Like, we even stopped and came back here too. I guess I thought that we were gonna get here a lot quicker and that we still didn't have time, but I actually feel like if I had just done it, maybe we would have had enough time. Whatever. I'll make it and stick it in the fermenter, but like it takes like 2 in-game days or something for it to ferment. So at this point, it's probably late. But who knows? Who knows if we're gonna get distracted by something random. Alright, so let's start by going over here. Growths are spawned in. You can kind of see them doing their thing. Honestly, there's one like right there. I'm surprised that it's... There it goes. Alright. So that's going on. Leave them to it. Let them do their thing. I know that we started getting a bunch of the foolings from over here already, so there shouldn't be too many more. Alright, you're not gonna come to me, then I'll go to you. Where's that Desquito? It's such a satisfying way to kill them. Just let them run into fire. You can totally do that, by the way, with campfires and stuff. Like, you can bait Desquitos into them. Campfires are one of the best weapons in the game. Nothing to care about. I will take that barley for no reason. Yep. And the reason I farmed a little bit of wood. Alright. What's going on over here with the growth and locks situation? Are you guys all done stomping on the blobs yet? This one seems chilled out. Oh, nope. Angry. Angry. Free locks mats that we're not going to use. Ah, wasn't close enough. Alright, what are you guys doing now? Being goofballs. As locks tend to do. They are little goofies. Well, big old goofies. Big goofy goobers. Ah, darn. That's the pierce damage actually being good. We are going to be using our flesh rippers against Yag though. They're reducing the damage off of the claws by like 75% is insane. Like there's no way that our pierce damage claws do more damage than our slash damage claws. Not at 75% reduced damage, like that's so crazy. And a workbench for you. Really wish that the fermenting process only took like 1 in-game day rather than 2. 2 seems like such a long time, just for like your meat, your like resistance potions. Oh, wait. That is the one that we abandoned. Okay. Alright, let's get a nice, good night's rest, finish gearing up, and, well, it's more like just grabbing the totems, honestly, but Can we cook locksmeat on here? Nope. Oh. Yeah. I doubt that raw locksmeat is better than wolf skewers, but we'll cook some up and see what's going on. Yeah, the fermenter should be down here. We never really did quite get around to finishing stuff, and I don't really feel motivated to do so. It is what it is, I guess. This is kind of a cool base, though. Even though we didn't really use it, like, a lot, right? Like, it's still kind of half done. Yeah, like, kind of half done. Our stuff never really made it in here. Eh. Eh. Yeah, 50-16 on the cooked locksmeat. Alright. We got the sleepy sleeps. You know what? I think that our motor power is actually back up, so we'll have some bonus movement speed for this fight. And let me swap claws around. Yeah, these are level 4. Alright. So we'll grab our totems and do another little sweep around the area. Though I imagine that we'll probably only have some mosquitoes, maybe. It might be like a fooling or something. Alright, grab all of our blobs that are probably just gonna make life hell for us, but whatever. Oh no. Rain. Game, why are you like this? Hopefully it'll be nice and sunny here in the plains. So that way we can dry off. Not looking like it now. Oh boy. Alright, well, hopefully that won't matter. Put a couple of campfires down just in case. Oh, I forgot to check the area. Alright, got a good spawn location, so basically as long as there's not like anything else spawned in stupid places, we should be in good shape. I think we're actively actually just walking faster than he can turn with the double movement speed buffs. Yeah, that's wild. Like 20, this is essentially 20% movement speed, and we literally walk faster than you can turn. Okay, and just for like the sake of showcasing like the damage difference, yeah, look at this. 71, so like 33, 79 there. This is the piercing claws. So that's like 80 damage tops, right? 102. 88. 88 is like our low end on the pure slash claws. So if we add another like 25% damage onto the pierce claws, that's gonna be our damage against the Queen and Fader. So unless they resist slash, which I don't think that either of them do, then realistically, like, the Flesh Rippers are still actually... That's so dumb. They literally added in a brand new weapon, and it's still worse than the weapon that we already had against the bosses. Like, yay for options, I guess? But it also means that, like, theoretically, you don't actually need to... There's not really a reason to farm for the Vile gauntlets, for the most part. Like, if your aim is literally just to beat the bosses, and, like, you're not too worried about fighting enemies with the Flesh Rippers, because they're still pretty good against everything else, I think. 30% movement speed now, by the way, I'm pretty sure. I can literally walk faster than he can turn. This game is silly. How do they add, like, a new, like... Oh, and the other thing is you need the Vile set, too, right? We have the, like... it being max doesn't matter, but you need the Vile Bone set for plus 20% damage to pierce. Like, on top of, like, the claws being level 4, just like the Flesh Rippers, to do the same damage, or to do less damage against Yagluth, and probably about the same damage against the Queen and Fader. So, it's not worth it. Like, it's just actually not worth it. And there you go. That's Yag, without Yag doing a single attack. And it's actually kind of sad that just using the Flesh Rippers from the mountains is better than the Vilebone Maulclaws. And of course we didn't get new claws for, you know, the last two biomes. I'm glad that they gave claws more support, but at the same time, I feel they kinda didn't stick the landing with it. That's what I learned from this. I don't know, but I forgot to summon blobs. I got distracted. I'm sorry, y'all. Well, here's a Lox. Yeah. Did they all get summoned? Like, I don't know what happened there. We didn't even really get to, like, see them do anything. Alright, well, that wasn't worth. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Set's kind of cool looking. Um, I wonder if it's actually probably just better for other things than it is for unarmed. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's good against stuff like the locks, right? So, like, I don't know. I'm not sure what other enemies are, like, resistant to slash and... Or, I'm not sure exactly, like, what type of enemies that you're really looking for in, like, the end game for the pierce damage, because it feels like so many of the things in the late game, like, by the time that you get access to the pierce damage in the plains, um, most things are kind of resistant to pierce. Like, Seeker soldiers, all resistant to pierce. You're probably not gonna be fisticuffing a Gyal. um, what else? I mean, those are like the predominant enemies in the Mistlands, right? And then you get to the Ashlands, and you have the Charred, who are all resistant to pierce. I guess it would work. I guess they would work well on the Askvin. I don't think that they're resistant to pierce, but I think that slash does just as well against them anyways. That being said, I mean the Vilebone Maulclaws are probably better against them than Flesh Rippers. Um, what else? Valkyries? I don't even know about Valkyries. Like, I think that the numbers should have been a little bit higher, honestly, on, or I don't know, like the damage type, the numbers of the damage type needed to be different, I think, like for the Maul Claws to really be worth it. Like, unarmed is cool, but like what do you do that like knives don't, but better? I guess damage, but 2-hit combos instead of 3-hit combos? I don't know. Knives are kind of undertuned too, I think. Especially in the late game, because you have Skull and Haughty in the plains, right? But, like, you don't have a knife follow-up from there. We definitely needed another knife for endgame. I'm not sure what their plan is for claws, because, like, it still feels like... It genuinely doesn't feel like the Vilebone Maul Claws are really that much better than the Flesh Rippers in a lot of cases. And it definitely doesn't feel like they're going to be good scaling into the late game. Like, I don't see these being good in the next 2 biomes. So, like, what was the point of putting them in here? What are they supposed to be good against? I don't know. Whatever. I really hope that, like, either the numbers get tweaked a little bit, like, maybe put a little bit more slash damage, or, like, honestly, even, like, I feel like the set bonus probably should have been slash, not pierce, and there should have been more slash damage on the Maul Claws instead of pierce. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the set, like I was saying before, like you get a lot of pierce damage on bows, right? So the set might be good for bows, and might actually be better for bows than for unarmed. Also, the fact that like this gives plus blunt damage, right? Or the set gives plus blunt damage. Like, it feels like it's supposed to be for the Vilebone Maul Claws because of the pierce damage, and then for like unarmed, but realistically, because of the way that scaling is on true unarmed, like, this damage is unusable. We have 56 in fist skills. That's our main skill, and we still can't even one-shot like a grayling in the meadows here. So it's like, it feels like you're supposed to use claws, not actually unarmed, but then your unarmed damage is minuscule. Like, how do you have 56 in a skill and you do sub 10 damage on each hit? Like 10 damage on a crit. That's insane. You're never killing anything like that. They definitely need to fix the actual just raw fist scaling, because that's borked as all heck. Eh, honestly, at the end of this, I'm a little disappointed, honestly. Like, I don't know. They added in bears, they give us new claw weapons. New claw weapons. I like the early ones. The early ones are good because they're like, they lead you into the flesh rippers. Even though realistically, it's like, they're kind of tough to get early, I guess. Like, you have to do a lot of farming for bears. Or like, they're really cheap to make, right? So it's like you only need like 1 or 2 bears, I think, to make them. Paws of the bear, it's like 2 bear hide, 2 bear paws, 4 leather straps. Yeah, like, they're really easy to make. Although if you're doing a fist run, it's actually really hard to kill the bear. Yeah, they're resistant to pierce, so like, bowing them down in the early game isn't easy. I think they might be weak to fire though, so maybe you're supposed to use like fire arrows. That might help a lot. What does the bear set give again? I know it gives slash damage. Plus 10% slash, plus 10% chop. Health and stamina regen. So it doesn't, that set itself doesn't really help bows. It's a little weird that they decided to make like bear and zombie bear and a different. So like, early on the slash, right? Slash and chop. So it's like good for chopping down trees, which is a little silly. And then the slash damage, so I guess it's good for if you're using axes, but axes are actually kind of weak as an early game weapon. Kind of weak. Like the flint, like if you level up a flint axe to level 3, it's really strong, right? That's why they use it in the speedruns. Also because it's pretty cheap to upgrade. And it can do really well. So, I don't know, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be. But, yeah, then like the later one being blunt and pierce, so completely different damage types, is weird. And then they like kept the health regen basically the same, but then they gave it more stamina regen. I don't know. It is probably better for bows though, because it's kind of like a different option than like the root set, right? A little bit. I'm not sure if it's actually tankier though. Like the actual like numerics of it are better for sure. Like the root mask is 8 armor and the vilebone visage is probably like what, 12? It's not actually that much different. Like 4 extra. But you take 25% more damage too, right? So it's like, does the actual armor numeric make up for the extra bonus damage you're taking? I don't know. But like 20% health regen, 40% stam regen, plus 20% pierce damage on your arrows. It probably balances out a little bit. Plus you don't end up with the weak to fire business, right? The root mask, or the root set, is easier to get, though, I think. I guess you have to kill A-bombs, right? So it's a matter of, like, do you want to kill A-bombs or do you want to kill vials? The other thing is that, like, the root harness is really good, right? Because of the resistance versus pierce. Even though the armor's a little bit low and it's negative movement speed and weak to fire. But, like, it's, like, individual pieces are good for you, right? Versus the Vial Bone set, you literally have to get the set for it to be worth it. Like, without the set bonus, it's just kind of lower armor. Also, the root harness you can get, like, right after... Well, no, you can even get it before fighting Elder. Vile Bone stuff, you can't get until after you beat Motor, because you need the spinning wheel. But, it's another option, I guess. It's very, very weird that it seems like it's like, oh, hey, look, here's this new set that kind of seems like it's, geared for the fist, for the claws, and here's claws, but then also, hey, guess what? The second set is actually probably better for bows. I don't know. It's so strange. Bows and spears. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they were even thinking at all about, like, what the maul claws are supposed to be good against. Like, were they just focusing on the maul claws and be like, oh yeah, like, this is the design and that looks really cool, and so, oh, it looks like you would, like, poke people with them, right? Like, you would shank them with it, so it should be pierce damage, not slash. And, like, maybe they didn't even bother thinking about how the weapons would be used in the game. I don't know. Like, I might just be looking at it differently, right? Because they're designing, but I'm actually actively playing the game. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. At least it looks kind of cool, I guess. Yeah. Pretty close to end time here. I've been droning on and on for like past 20 minutes about random stuff. I'm not finishing this castle, guys. I mean, you know what? If I get enough comments, if you guys really want to see this base done, like before I don't know, maybe we'll do like a weekend stream or something. If you guys actually want to see this build finished, then let me know in the comments. I'm expecting 0 comments, but I also expect most of you probably don't care. Which is fine, because I don't really care about seeing this build finished either. Yeah, that was a thing. So I'm thinking that trinkets might be better on other builds. Fists are probably still not really worth it unless you like pain and farming. Farming for trophies, that is. I don't honestly think that this changes much of the air quotes meta of the game. I definitely need to. I don't know. For what it's worth, I need to play a little bit more with like the combat changes, because like I didn't really notice slope changes too much outside of when something is below you. It definitely seems like it's easier to hit, because like fists have like kind of a weird hitbox, but it definitely felt like normally where I would just swing over something's head, I was hitting it now, so that felt really good. Definitely, but at least for claws, things being above you still seem just as hard to hit. I don't know if you guys have experienced anything different with other weapon types. We didn't use anything else on this run, really, so I kind of meant to, and realistically, I mean, like, I don't know. If I really felt like it, I would go craft some other weapons, like a sword and something like that, and try some things, but I guess I don't really care enough. Today's been a day. So yeah, I guess from here, I'm just gonna close out. Friday, I'm gonna start Pal World. That will hopefully be fun. Um, doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I don't really have any other announcements or anything. So, everybody, thank you all so much for coming, hanging out. I appreciate you all. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I hope that you will spread love and kindness wherever you go, and that love and kindness will find its way back to you. So until next time, everybody, have a good one. Gravy signing out. Meow.